Hello everyone, I am Anand and I welcome you to CRS Info Solutions. In this session, we are diving into a really important foundational concept in Salesforce Lightning Web Component, the difference between private and public properties. You will learn how to use the @API decorator, what happens when you don't use it, and how this impacts the behavior of your Lightning Web component on a Salesforce record page. So if you are new here, don't forget to subscribe our YouTube channel, CRS Info Solutions, and press the bell icon for more Salesforce related content. So let's jump over the Visual Studio Code. Here we have created two Lightning Web component in our earlier tutorials. So for this tutorial, I am creating a new Lightning Web component. So just pressing right click over the LWC folder and select create Lightning Web component. Here you have to give your label name and press enter. Here this is asking for save the asking for the directory where the LWC component will be saved. So I am choosing the default one, then press enter. Here you can see our pro demo JS Lightning Web component is created. So here we can see we have three files: prop demo.html, prop demo.js, prop demo.js-meta.xml file. So we will be writing code in all three files. So let's explore each one step by step. So let's start with the JavaScript file. Inside the pro-demo.js, I will declare two properties. The first one is message and the second one is record ID. The second property is record ID. Notice I didn't use any decorator like @API or @track. That means both of these are private property by default. So private properties are only accessible within the same component. Now I am saving this file and let's move to the HTML file. Here inside the template tag, I have to define two div which includes properties. Div message. Another div for code ID. Here, using curly braces allow us to bind and display JavaScript property values in the template. So let's save everything and deploy uh, the rest of, I think this is rest. So I am turning the is exposed false to true. So for targets, I am using my previous meta.xml file and copy these targets from here and paste it. Okay. So now we have to deploy the component to the org. So right click on the component pro demo and deploy source to org. Here you can see our lightning web component has been deployed over the org. So I am in sales application and open the account record, and I am going to edit this page by clicking this gear icon and select edit page. From the left hand side, I have to choose my custom component that we have created in this session, that is prop demo. Drag this lightning web component and drop it here and save it. Back to the page. Here you can see message is shown, welcome to CRS Info Solutions private property, and the record ID is blank. Why? Because the record ID property is private. The platform doesn't know it needs to pass in the record ID unless we explicitly allow it. So let's fix that by making the record ID as a public property using the @API decorator. So let's move to the Visual Studio Code again. Update our JavaScript file. Beside the record ID, I am adding @API. Now that record ID is decorated with @API, Salesforce knows this component is allowed to accept data. In this case, the ID of the current record will be displayed. Let's save this and deploy it again. Here we are having error because we haven't imported @API in the component. So I am importing it API. So you can see our error has gone. So save this file and deploy the lightning web component again. Deploy this source to org. You can see our changes has been deployed. So let's refresh this page for watch the changes that we have done. Here you can see the record ID printed below the message. Go ahead and try this with the other record. Each time the ID updates automatically because of the power of the @API decorator. You can also use @API to receive data from the parent component if you are nesting component together. that makes it easier to build dynamic, reusable UIs. If you would like me to cover parent-child LWC communication in an upcoming video, drop a comment below. If this tutorial helped you, please give it a like, subscribe to CRS Info Solutions, and share it with your fellow Salesforce learner. Thank you for watching.